A passenger plane of the Venezuelan state-owned airline Conviasa landed Wednesday, May 31st at the International Airport of Damascus, a trip by means of which the authorities of both brotherly nations announced the resumption of regular flights between the countries after 12 years of suspension due to the war and the blockade. Let's see.
This first flight of Conviasa Airlines is in compliance with the instructions of President Nicolás Maduro to increase communication and relations between the two brotherly peoples. A sovereign decision that was taken in defiance of the unjust and inhumane U.S. blockade unilaterally imposed on both nations.
It is the will of our president. This route was first initiated by our Lieutenant Commander Hugo Chavez, and it is the will of our President Nicolás Maduro to connect these two brotherly peoples, and today we are consolidating it with the arrival of our Caracas-Damascus flight.
This constitutes a victory for both peoples, and is the breaking of this blockade imposed by imperialism, trying to bend the will of our peoples, which is unbreakable, that of Syria and that of Venezuela. They will not be able to defeat us. They have not been able to, and from now on, a new world is being built, where Syria and Venezuela have been the protagonists. There is no doubt that something new is in the making, and this old system will have to die and accept it.
On board Flight 102, passengers arrived in Damascus, including economists, politicians, travel agency representatives, and journalists, headed by the Venezuelan Minister of Transportation and Vice Foreign Minister of the South American nation. A direct route that not only saves time and money, but also helps to level economic relations with the excellent political ties shared by both countries.
It is much easier to get here since we had to make many stops before. So the trip is shorter, easier, and more comfortable for everyone.
This route in particular has brought closer two countries that have many interests in common, both back and forth, and that is the value of tourism. We are confident that this is a step to develop inbound tourism in both nations, in addition to facilitating business travel between the two countries.
The flight will take place regularly every 2 weeks, and the trip takes about 12 hours without a stopover between Damascus and Caracas. A step that is expected to open great expectations for cooperation between the two countries in several areas.
This step will have positive economic results for both friendly peoples, and this is what we aspire to. Therefore, to achieve it, we will follow up with our Venezuelan counterparts on all these measures and steps, and we will reevaluate and reactivate all the agreements signed previously, frozen for the last 12 years due to the difficult circumstances suffered because of the blockade, both in Venezuela and Syria.
Syria and Venezuela, two brotherly countries, together managed to resist and emerge victorious against the hegemonic plans of American imperialism. A reality that is evidenced by the resumption of this flight with great political, economic, and social value for both countries.
هشام والنوس، teleSUR، Damascus, Syria.